Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DFS experience for Wednesday, October 19th. We got a 12 game NBA slate. We're going to jump right in. We're going to start with DraftKings. We're going to start with point guard. We got Luka Magic 10-2, absolutely in play. Second highest projected player on this slate. We got Ja Morant coming in at 9-9. He's in play, but what I want you to understand is that, you have maybe two guys. Well, yeah, you got two guys on this slate that can give you 65 and up fantasy points. So when you're spending over 9K for players, just keep in mind who's your spend up and who you're fading, and what's the you know what's the probability of the player that you're fading having a big game, and scoring and you missing out on the fantasy points that you need. For example, Mr. Jokic is on this slate. You know what I'm saying? Luka and Jokic, you, you can fade them if you want, but usually when you fade Luka or Jokic, it's a long afternoon. You know what I'm saying? So just keep in mind what we're doing. I know it's a lot of names on here, a lot of players that were out last year that are healthy now. A lot of eye candy as far as name goes, but don't just look at a name and pick the player. Like, really keep in mind what you're doing, because you're building a puzzle. You're putting the pieces together of a puzzle. You know what I'm saying? And I need you to understand that this ain't football. This ain't baseball. Like, you really got to pay attention to your salary. You got to pay attention to your value. You know what I'm saying? Make it make sense. Um, Ja 9-9 in play. Kyrie 9-7. He's always in play, but I'm not really interested in him on this slate. It's a great matchup, but we'll go back. We'll get back to Kyrie when we get to Ben Simmons. Bradley Beal's in play, 9,600. Um, Trey Young's in play, 95. Keep in mind that he's gonna have Murray next to him. I don't expect Murray to take away from his production, but just keep in mind that he will have Murray next to him, so he doesn't have to do all the heavy lifting. Another great matchup, though, versus Houston. Lillard is back, healthy, and play against Sacramento. Good matchup, 9-4. Lillard's in play. Murray's in play. Booker's in play, as always. SGA's in play, $8,700. Mitchell's in play. I like Mitchell. I like SGA. I like Mitchell. I like Fox. I like the 8K tier better. Um, because I want to spend up for, Jokic or Luka. So that's why I like the 8K tier better. Um, Van Fleet, I'm not really high on Van Fleet. Um, with all these guards healthy and available, Van Vliet is not someone I'm looking to drop 8K on. Um, Last season, last few games, 31, 36, 46, 38, 12 fantasy points. My whole thing with Toronto is stacked with very good players. They're not going to need Van Fleet every night. Some of these other players are needed. SGA is going to be needed. Booker is going to be needed. A lot of these guys are going to be needed. Van Fleet is not going to be needed, so I'm not going to be spending 8K on him. He's a healthy fade for me. Jamal Murray's back, 77. I like him, especially if you pair him with Jokic. Have at it. Russell's in play on your new look Timberwolves. Chris Paul, I'm fading Chris Paul. Some days he scores, some days he don't. I ain't got time for that. Giddy's in play, 7,300. I prefer Halliburton. Halliburton stands out to me so far. Luka and Halliburton are my favorite plays so far. Garland is too cheap, even with Mitchell on the team. You've seen in preseason that they could both get off on the same game. So Garland stands out to me also. I love Garland. I love Halliburton. Ben Simmons, he's not going to be looking to score with two monsters on his wings um as far as Durant and Kyrie. Ben does not have to look for a shot. It's a 12 game slate. It's going to be a very high scoring slate. I'm not playing Ben Simmons if he's not looking for a shot. So Ben Simmons is a fade for me. Cade Cunningham is in play. Cade Cunningham can absolutely let you down, but his ceiling is tremendous at 7K. You're looking for 35 fantasy points and up, and that's 5 times value. I'm being generous. Brunson leading his new team is in play. I do like pieces of the Knicks for fantasy. I do like Brunson at 6,900. McCollum's in play. You got a lot of firepower on that team. They may not need him to go crazy. Pay attention to that. Kevin Porter will be needed, 6,500 in play. I don't know what Conley's going to be doing on Utah. I'm fading him. Clarkson. Clarkson. I can't play Clarkson with Scotty Barnes right under him. And why is Scotty Barnes a point guard? I have no idea, but I like his price, 6,100. In play, Tyler Hero in play always. Cole Anthony. I don't need Cole Anthony when I have Tyler Hero and Scotty Barnes next to him. Sexton is in play. I prefer him to start. Maybe last man in type deal. Maybe. Kyle Lowry, I'm good. Don't need Kyle Lowry. That's me personally. If you're a Kyle Lowry fan and you want to play him on your fantasy team, have at it. It's going to be early night though. Suggs, I'm good, 5,700. Patty Mills, no way I pay 55 for him. Dinwiddie, off the bench, 5,400. AO, DeSumno, 5,200 in play. OKC, I'm going to be very careful with. SGA is healthy. I don't need Trey Man. Davion Mitchell's in play, 4,800. I mean, if you're last man in. Quickly's in play. I don't know about Kobe White. Monte Morris might be starting on Washington. He's in play if he starts. Bones Highland, last man in play. Devontae Graham. I don't really think we need him. Alright, the guy down here we're playing is Trey Jones. As long as he starts. Trey Jones is absolutely in play. Malik Monk isn't in play, but I like Trey Jones a lot better. Especially if he starts. Because if Trey Jones starts, you're going to have a starting point guard for $4,200 on DraftKings against Charlotte, who plays no defense. So, take that how you want to take it. Let's go to shooting guard. So we went to Bill Murray, Booker, Mitchell, Anthony Edwards absolutely in play, 8,400. Looking for him to step up, even bigger than he already has. Ingram, 7,300. That's a problem because he's too cheap. Rozier with no ball in play. Like this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the 8K and I'm looking at the 7K. I like the 7K a little bit better than the 8K. Ingram, Rozier, Halliburton, all too cheap. Jaden Ivey's in play. Desmond Bain, 61 in play. Gary Trent. I'm trying to stay away from Toronto, but he is a good play. Anthony Simons, 5,900 in play next to Lillard. He's going to be the new CJ McCollum. Mathurin on Indiana. I prefer him to start. He's in play. No Hardaway for me if he's coming off the bench. Jalen Green's in play. LeVert, I believe he's starting. He's in play. Will Barton's in play. Josh Hart. Look, they're in play. They're not great plays, but they're in play. Terrence Ross. 50. Terrence Ross. Wow. Listen, I may not get to him, but he's not the worst player in the world. Fournier, I don't need. Derrick Rose, 4,800. I don't need him. If you want to play him, play him. Chris Duarte, I prefer him to start. So I'm not really interested right now. Malik Monk down here is the guy that I'd play last man in. We know he's gonna get in and chuck. The rest of these guys, I don't know what their roles are gonna be. I'm not playing someone I don't know what their roles are gonna be. First week of NBA, I'm not trying to, catch L's. I want to play who and what I know because it's 12 games. There's a lot of players. It's a lot of players at different price ranges, so there's no need to be cute. Just play what you know. Durant, 10K. Honestly, he's a good play, but I'm not playing. I'm not playing him because I'm paying up for Jokic. DeRozan's in play at 88. R.J. Barrett, my main man, in play absolutely. Buddy Hield, kind of pricey. Hit or miss. Same thing with Sadiq Bey. They're identical twins. They could be a great play or they can end your night early. If I can avoid them, I will. But they're not bad plays. Franz Wagner's in play. Gordon Hayward, I don't think he'll make it through the game as he never does. I'm good. OG is absolutely in play. He started off last season, a man on fire. And I don't like Toronto because of all the guys that are interchangeable, that are good offensive and defensively. But OG's a Swiss Army knife, and he does start the season. He does get off to a hot start. $5,700 if he was my last man in, I won't be mad. But I do want to stay away from Toronto. I'm kind of torn. Porter Jr.'s in play. He's healthy. Oubre, I prefer him to start. Dort, 5,400 last man in. I probably still prefer LeVert, but Dort's in play. Marketing on Utah. I got to see more of that. Mikal Bridges in play. Harrison Barnes, 5,300. He started off last season MVP along with Miles Bridges. I don't know what Miles Bridges is now, but Harrison Barnes got off to a last start last season. Will he do it again? We don't know. If you want to find out, play him and see. We'll find out together. DeAndre Hunter, I don't need. Eric Gordon, I don't need. Cody Martin at 4,800. Yeah, all right. Hachimura, I don't need coming off the bench. Patrick Williams, $4,600. I don't think I need him. I don't think I need these guys. Or I'll just pay up at small forward, so I don't need these guys. The bottom of small forward looks kind of not good. All right, you got Cat, Karl Anthony Towns at 9,800. Kind of a little bit underpriced, but we got to see how he's going to be moving and grooving with a Gobert next to him in the paint. Zion 9,100 in play. Butler's in play. Butler's always a good play. Randall 7,900. He looks a little bit underpriced, but keep in mind he's gonna have Brunson on the team now, and Brunson's gonna be taking a few shots away from him and Barrett. So just keep that in mind. PJ Washington, his role expands now with no Miles Bridges. Pay attention. I don't like Washington at 7,100. That means that you're gonna be looking for 36 fantasy points minimum. Banchero in play. Christian Wood in play. Because Luka's gonna make whatever he's already good on his own. Luka's gonna make him look better. Jabari Smith 6,600 in play. Kuzma's in play. Collins in play. Mobley's in play. Keldon Johnson 5,900. Keldon Johnson and Mobley look really good. Jeremy Grant 5,700. He's all right. Isaiah Stewart, I'll pass. Kevin Love, $5,200. A little bit more firepower on Cleveland now. They're not going to need him to score as much. I don't know. I'll wait to see what his role is. Pokusevski, 5,200. 5,200. You need like 27, 28 fantasy points. Last man in, I guess it's all right. I'll have to digest it. If he was my last man in, I wouldn't be happy with it though. Bogdan on Detroit, probably gonna get all the shots he wants. Decent play. Cam Johnson starting 5K. That might be a good play. That might be a very good play. Finney Smith. I don't need Finney Smith. Brandon Clark's in play. Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba on Orlando with Banchero getting minutes. Uh, yeah, I don't think it's gonna work out for Mo Bamba this season, buddy. Um, Vanderbilt, no, 4,700. He doesn't score enough. Well, Kiki, Banchero's there. I got to see how that's gonna play out. Thad Young, no. Baisley, if he started, maybe. Obi Toppin. I'm more confident in Obi Toppin than I am Baisley. And I'm even surprised at myself saying that. Kyle Anderson's in play. Nas Reed's in play. Um, what's his name? Santi Aldama. If he starts, I guess 4K. But I'm not too confident about that. I'm not confident about anyone else down here. Maybe Trey Lyles, but he's not starting, and I'm good. Center. All right, so I was a little bit hesitant on a lot of those spend ups, especially those guards, because I already knew that I'm paying 10. I'm paying 10. First of all, Jokic is underpriced at 10-3. Jokic should be 90% owned, because you got a guy that can give you 70 fantasy points at only 10K. 10.3K. So Jokic is my lock of the night on DraftKings. Gobert's in play. Sabonis is in play. Porzingis, Siakam, Vooch in play. Jared Allen looks good. Valanciunas is in play. Bam might be too cheap. Mitchell Robinson is overpriced. When Bam and Mitch Robinson is the same price, somebody from DraftKings fell asleep at the wheel. Not our problem though. We just gotta exploit it. Capella's in play. Nurkic is in play. Ayton is in play. Wendell Carter's in play. Miles Turner's in play. Jacob Poeltl might be a little bit too cheap. Plumlee, believe it or not, is in play. There's no Miles Bridges. Sengun, 5,600. I'm not sure if the casuals are up on him, but he's too cheap. Play Sengun. And I don't really think I need anybody else under Sengun that I know is gonna give me production. As far as center only, so I'm good on center. I'm good on center. All right, let's get 5 guys that I like. Let's get out of here. Let's go to FanDuel. So absolutely like Jokic. I'm gonna go to Trey Jones to get me a little bit of value. $4,200 starting point guard. Let's see. Shooting guard. I do like Murray. I love Halliburton. I like Ingram. Ingram is $7,300, and that game might be a little bit of a shootout. Pick one. Pick one. Ingram. Let's go Ingram. He's healthy. Let's ride him while he's healthy. Small forward. Edwards is 84. Barrett is 74. Scotty Barnes is 61. Wow. I do like Scotty Barnes and what's the other one from Toronto? I do like them, but I'm a little bit hesitant with Toronto. OG. All right, let's come back to small forward. Let's go to power forward. Let's pick up. Zion is 9K. Zion is 9K. DeRozan is 88. DeRozan against Miami. Banchero, Wood, Jabari. Keldon Johnson. Jeremy Grant. Shit. I might have to spend up at power forward, to be honest with you. I might have to spend up. Zion in Brooklyn. Damn. Let's go Zion. Don't make me look stupid. All right, small forward. What do we got? 4,000. All right, let's spend down at small forward if we can. Levert, 53. Mikal Bridges, 5,300. Harrison Barnes. Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson, 5K. Let's do Cam Johnson. You got Trey Jones. You got Brandon Ingram. You got Cam Johnson. You got Zion. You got Jokic. You got $4,700 left. For our last three spaces. Now, keep in mind, this ain't the end all be all. This is just, this is just what stands out to me or what looks good to me so far. I want to get Jokic in there. I might come down a little bit off of Zion if I need more money, like go to DeRozan or something like that. But I'm fine with Trey Jones at 4,200. I'm fine with Bi and Zion finally healthy against the Nets, which should be a little bit of a shootout. Cam Johnson in his new role, starting. We know what he did off the bench. Now he's going to be starting. And then you got Jokic. Like nobody's touching him fantasy-wise except Jokic. Except Giannis. So let's go with those 5. Let's go to FanDuel. Listen, if you're new here, welcome. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up. And if you want my lineup or you want me to build you lineups, check out the Patreon link in the description. FanDuel, we're not going to go through every single player. Because we just went through the entire player pool of the players that I'm playing. Let's just get 5 guys and we can get out of here. Let's see. Well, how much is Jokic? Jokic is probably 11 something. 11.6. So he's a little bit more expensive on FanDuel, but he's Jokic. Let's see what Trey Jones is looking like on FanDuel. Anything under 5K, he's 5'1". 5'1" for starting point guard on FanDuel. It's not bad. Let's go to shooting guard. I'm very tempted to shove in Luka, but I'm not going to do that. I always try to be balanced in my lineups. SGA, Garland, Tyrese. I love those 3. Cade, Anthony Edwards is 7,700. Bi is 75. Bi out of that bunch is the cheapest one, and he's way underpriced. Small forward. As a matter of fact, let me see something. As a matter of fact, let's do this. Let's take out Bi. Let's put in Anthony Edwards. And then let's put in Bi. Cause these guys are too cheap. And then at power forward, I could put in someone a little bit inexpensive. Like I said, I want to stay balanced. Sengun is priced more appropriately on FanDuel than he is on DraftKings. As a matter of fact, you know what? He's center only on DraftKings, I think, right? Sengun is where? Where's Sengun? Sengun is 56, center L only. Okay. But you could get Sengun here on FanDuel at power forward, which is good. $6,900. I'm not looking to spend $6,900 right now, but if I was, it'll be him. OG, Banchero, OG, 6K. Jeremy Grant on Portland. I think that's a good spot for him. I really do. I like OG. I like Jeremy in Portland. Jared Allen is 7K. Wendell Carter is going to get his at 7K. Julius Randle is 75. Bam is 79. Mobley is 73. I want to get someone from this price range right here. Um, Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant against Sacramento. He's just standing out to me for some reason. So this is what we're doing on FanDuel. We're going Jokic, we're going Jeremy Grant, we're going Brandon Ingram, we're going Anthony Edwards, then we're going Trey Jones. I got 55-25 left, and obviously this ain't my final lineup. This is what stands out to me. I'll probably have to adjust it once I'm filling in my spots, but just letting everybody know, because once certain people see players they don't like, they get in the comments and start acting stupid, then they got to get blocked. And we're trying to avoid that this season. So yeah, this is just my initial build. Very confident in every pick, and that's my entire player pool. So listen, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the bell, thumbs up, and hit the Patreon if you need me to, if you want my lineups or you want me to build lineups, and that goes for NFL also, NFL, NBA, MMA, whatever it is, whatever if there's a DFS slate for it, then I'll make you a lineup, no problem. But listen, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Ciao.